Hello folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. How y'all doing? Well, we're going to unbox and put together the all brand new 70mm F9F-5 Panther from FREEWING. Alright, let's take this. It's always a good day when you come home and there's a cardboard box with a famous blue tape. That's always one of the great ways to brighten your day. It's always a good day. Alright, plane's got a 2957 2210 kV in runner, 80 amp brushless ESC with thrust reverse. It's got 8 hybrid digital servos, so it's digital servos that have, I think, metal and plastic gearing, and electric landing gear. Trailing link, oleo in the back, and trailing link in the front. So, alright, let's get this out of the box. If I remember right now, this is going to have, watching Wesley's video, it's going to have 2 parts. It's going to have the upper and lower foam coffin to it. So, versus the plug and play. Alright. I don't think that, other than maybe their FREEWING or Motion RC, maybe their Skynetic stuff, I don't think they offer a bind and flight type thing. They don't really sponsor any radio systems. Not like E-Flight and the rest of them have Spectrum and everything. But boy, this is in there. But then again, a tightly packed box also means for a well protected plane. All right, nice manual that is not folded. That's always good. Programming guide there for the ESC. A short go get 'em wire, which is, always save these go get 'em wires. Don't ever throw them away. You will need them later. They are some of the handiest little tools. They really are. All right. Got all your little missiles that I will be putting on the plane and not taking off. I'm going to leave them on the plane. Looks like you got 6, 3 on each side. Got your little bag of goodies. You use, it looks like a 2mm hex drive is all you're going to need. They all use one side screw, so that's good. Very nicely done, very tight. I mean, like I've said many times, you can see the individual cells, but you certainly can't feel them. Ball links already hooked up for you. Nylon hinges. And this is their first 70mm that comes with the quick lock-in type mechanism for holding that wing in, which I like that. It makes assembly and disassembly very easy. Of course, I don't know why you'd. This is a very small model, so you're not going to, really shouldn't be needing to disassemble it. But you never know. Very nice vertical stabilizer. Plastic there. I'm going to assume that there's like a tiller arm or something that goes up through there because the rudder is controlled down here, which controls the entire thing. All right. Keep up with all your debris. Nice plastic nose cone. That whole part's plastic there. Then you got that hardwood magnetic holds it in. or magnets hold it in. Nice wing tanks on the end, plastic on the underside, and they're labeled, you know, right to left. You can see that or not. See the R there? That way you're not going to screw that up. Okay. I just love everything is protected. Everything is in its own little baggie. Part of your horizontal stabilizer, 1/2. Ball link, already hooked up. Spar is already installed for the rear horizontal stabilizer. Okay. Very nice. Very nice canopy. That part's all plastic. You can change out your pilots if you wanted to. You'd have to cut foam, but very nice. He's got a little cockpit in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. There you go. And last but not least, the fuselage. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Now, that's kind of sticking out, and this one's sitting flush, so I don't know which one's supposed to be right. But at this point, go ahead and pull your multi-connection ribbon out. That should. Okay, that's just, okay. It's just stuck in there. See? You want to see that white pigtail piece. EC5 connector. You've got plenty of room for your receiver. Okay, so I'll be putting the receiver back here in the back, and then all this will be plugged into it, and that'll all be open space. So very, very nice. All right, now one of the things you're going, I highly suggest investing in these little magnetic trays. They just will make your life so much easier. They really will. Just go ahead and invest in them. Let's get all of our little pieces, all of our screws out. Okay, got a couple of extra ball links. Okay. Go ahead and set our fuselage off to the side. Get that. These are 3 pieces we're going to need right now. We're not going to need the wing right now. What you need is this little go-get-em wire that they provided with you. Okay. What you're going to do is there's a trough in here, and each piece of the wire is going to fit down, for each servo lead is going to fit through there. Okay. Fish the hook end up through here until you see it. See that little window there? That's where you want to see it. See it appear in there? See it? There? Okay. Okay, I'll pull that one through there. Possibly. Or actually, it might just fish through there on its own. Okay, got that one through there. Okay, we'll fish this back up through here again. It's really easy to watch someone do it on TV, but then when you're doing it in real life, not quite as easy. Yeah, not quite as easy. Well, anyways, you just keep fighting with it and fighting with it until you get that through there. This is where having a nice pair of pliers, especially needle nose pliers, comes in handy. Okay, that should line up just like that. All right, now you're going to grab 4 of these little screws, little 2mm hex drives, and if you see, there's 4 holes, 2 on either side, the place where you're going to screw that in. Well, just be nice and hand tight. Don't go crazy. You're not putting on lug nuts on a tire holding your wheel on. Okay? You're just kind of getting this screwed in there and nice and tight. And when it gives a stop, kind of give it nice and 2-finger tight. Okay. All right. Remember, 2 fingers is all you need. Okay. When you get it down, when it bottoms out, okay, that's when it screws in there like that. Feel it bottom out, just take 2 fingers, tighten it up. You don't need to go nuts with it. You start hearing anything crack, well then you've gotten too strong. Okay. Bottoms out, and take 2 fingers, tighten it up. All right, now that's on there, nice and straight. All right, now grab your fuselage. If you don't have a plane stand, I highly suggest you get yourself a plane stand. These Ernst plane stands are nice, but the little foam that they come with is very hard. That's why I hot glued on these 2 pieces of packing foam. Just makes a lot nicer. Just makes things a lot nicer. All right. Now, to show you something, if you look on this control board here, I don't know if you're going to be able to zoom in on that or not. All right. The very, very top up there. Okay, let me make sure I can see it. Okay. At the very, very top, between that white ribbon, you can kind of faintly see some lettering. Okay. You'll see an S, a plus, and a minus. I don't know if there's enough light in there, if you'll be able to see that or not. You just have to trust me. All right. There is an S, a plus, and a minus. Okay? Now, for the beginner, you're thinking, well, what does that mean? The S stands for signal. The plus is for your positive battery lead, and then the negative is for your negative, or the negative sign. So anytime you look on a servo lead, the lightest wire, whether it's white or orange, or bright orange, or in this case kind of a yellow, that's your signal wire. The middle wire that's red, I don't know if you can see it or not, is red, is your positive. And then of course the black wire or the brown wire or whatever the darkest colored wire is your negative. So looking on here, you're going to see 3, actually 4, but you got an extra one. 1 that says rudder, 2 that say aileron, but the S is on this side over here. So that means I'm going to take my the yellow wire, okay, the yellow wire, and I'm going to put it that way because that's where the S is. Now, these top ones were my rudder leads, or my aileron or elevator leads, and this bottom one is my rudder. I'm going to go ahead and plug my rudder in. Okay. Okay. So when you get done, you look on this side, all the white or yellow are plugged on this side, and then on this side, all the dark wires are on this side. Okay. Make sure nothing's pinched. Let those wires kind of fold down there like that. See, there's a hole there, spar there. Okay. Don't worry about the wires. They'll find their way. The biggest thing is don't let them get pinched. Okay. All right. Now you're going to take your hex drive, and you got one right on top up here. You see the hole right there. Drop that down in there like that. Bottom's out, then two finger links, or 2 finger tight. Okay. You'll see on the side, there's a hole right there. Okay. Not this one here, but right here. That's actually, that little circle there is actually a decal right back here. When you get your model, you'll see it. Okay. 2 finger tight. Okay. Come on the other side. You're going to do the same thing. That very back, that very aft hole. Okay. Get nice and tight, and then 2 fingers snug. All right. Now that takes care of that. Okay. Now, I'll put this wing on over here. Helps if you grab the correct wing. Okay. Then I'll show you on this side. Remember that wire, that plug that we pulled out? Your wing spar is already embedded in your wing. So you don't have to worry about that. Line that up. Squeeze them in. There you go. Should drive right in. And then when it's all done, these 2 pins should be to the outside. This should be on this side, this one should be on that side. If it's not, okay, squeeze them together, pull out a little bit, and reposition. You want to hear them. You want to hear them click in. Okay. If they don't click in, you're not done. All right. So let me show you on this side now. Pull that ribbon out, right? Okay. If you look at the bottom of these quick connects, see how right above my finger, that little opening there? Okay. Well, if you look on the ribbon, there's a raised section there. So that would tell you that that's the way that's going to connect. Okay, it only fits one way. If it fits right in, you're good. If it doesn't fit right in, back off and start over. Okay. Line up your wing spar. Make sure your ribbon is getting fed in there. Okay. You don't want that ribbon to get pinched. You want that ribbon to feed right in there. And it should. Hear that click in? That clicked in. All right. See? That wing's on there. Okay? That wing is on there. While we got the model upside down, let's go ahead and slide on our tanks. Our missiles. Get them on there, and they just get pushed back. What you can do is hold your wing, take your thumb, and just give them a little push. Okay? All right. Now, you should have 4 of these screws left over. Okay? The way you tell which side is the right side, or the right, what's right or left on a plane, is put yourself sitting in the in the cockpit looking forward. So if that's the case, this is my right wing. Okay, so take the one that's got the R on it, and that goes right in there like that. Two fingers. Get it on there. Let it bottom out. Take two fingers, tighten it up. Okay, go to the other side. Grab your other tank. Slide that on there. Get it nice and tight. Then take two fingers, tighten it up. And reason I keep saying two fingers is because you don't want to this is plastic, okay? Okay. Get it nice and tight, and then two fingers, tighten it up. That's on there. And now, ready to put on our canopy. And then the most laborious, hardest part of the build. Wasn't that horrible? All right, folks, there you go. That is the F9F-5 Panther by FREEWING, their new 70mm. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. It's actually a decent size. And it's a good looking plane. It's got just enough silver on it and red to make visibility not that big of an issue. I really do wish that maybe the drop tanks or the side tanks would be full red or something, but that may compromise the actual livery scale of the actual plane this is modeled after. But good looking plane. That's the basic assembly. I say build just to save space on the internet because the word assembly is longer, but it's an assembly. A build for you newer pilots, a build truly is when you have to cut and measure and fabricate in order to get something together. An assembly usually just means there's no gluing involved and you just screw something together. You assemble it. All right. So now we've got the basic assembly or build. The next video will be the rates, radio, and setup, or rates, radio, and CG. And I'll go into a little more detail on the model in that particular. We'll talk about trim, the difference between bench trim and flight trim. We'll talk about centering your servos. We'll talk about radio installation. We'll talk about all those things. And I'll show you how you set up reverse thrust in here and how to program we're going to be using a 7-channel Lemon RX stability receiver that only has wind mitigation. It does not have self-leveling. I'll show you how to put the thrust reverse in, and we'll go over CG and rates and all that in the next video. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. That's the basic assembly or build of the F9F-5 Panther by FREEWING 70mm. This is Fat Guy Flies RC saying God bless each and every one of y'all. God is great, and faith, family, and friends, and Panthers. Bye-bye.